Lucie. Lucie. It's nice to see you again. And I went to the movies again. And this time I saw a movie called Your Royal Highness or Your Royal Hiney or something like that. And do you remember the man from 127 Hours? How he lost his arm and he was under a rock? He's in this movie, but his hair is really long and he has his arms. Maybe they made this before he lost his arm, or maybe he got it reattached, but in the other one I think it was dead and they couldn't reattach it. Anyway, he's got both his arms in this movie, so I don't know what to say about that. But he's in this movie called Your Royal Hiney, and he plays a prince, and he has to go rescue a lady. I don't know how he knows her, I don't remember, but he likes her and she's pretty. And she was in another movie that I saw, and that one was called 500 Days of Summer. And she just gets around, and so does the 127 Hours guy. And he goes off to save her, and he has a brother who's kind of a slacker, and he doesn't do much, and he's full of himself, and he thinks he's really good, but he's not really good. And he has to go with him on this quest to save this lady. And so they go off together, and he's kind of a pill a lot of the time, but they sort of love each other because they're brothers, and they sort of fight and they sort of don't, and it's funny. And they go to see this very wise old creature of some kind. I think it's like a magic place. Oh, this takes place a long time ago, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and they all wear clothes like they wore hundreds of years ago, and they ride horses, and they don't have guns for their quest because they're going to run into bad guys, right? So they do run into bad guys, and some of the bad guys come from their inner circle of people, and one of them is a man who doesn't have man parts, but they only say that once, and then nobody says it again, but it's a mystery. What's going on with that? And why did he turn on them anyway? And so they are going after the bad guys, and there's a monster in the middle of a maze, and they have to fight the monster in the maze. And there's a lady who's sort of like Peter Pan, except she's a lady, and she goes around fighting people, and she's stronger than anybody who might want to hurt her. You can really tell. And the brother thinks she's really beautiful and everything, so he likes her, and she's saying, "Who are you?" And he says, "But I like you." And she says, "Who are you? I like you. Who are you? I like you. Who are you?" So that goes on for a long time. But they go off, and they're in the maze, and they fight the monster guy. And then I'm not going to tell you how it ends. I'm just not going to. But, it's funny is the thing. And when they go to see the little wise guy, he's funny too. And he's sort of he reminded me of the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland. Do you remember that? He was smoking and just laying down and saying things that were mysterious or wise. But in this movie, he has a shower cap on his head, and there's living things foofing around in there with little lights shining, boom, 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 boom. And so that was kind of nice. And then he has them do something funny to him when they're done talking to him. And I won't tell you what that is, but it's funny. It has to do with man parts. It's funny. Okay, so that was Your Royal Hiney, and it was a funny movie, and you might like it. This is Lucie. Thank you for watching. Bye.